My brothers, it is my sincere pleasure to provide you with my first report on the state of the Zeta Psi fraternity since becoming your Phi Alpha at our 175th convention in New York City over in August.
And to our Foundation members, I'll be joining our Phi Alpha in delivering a report on the state of the Foundation as president of the Zeta Psi Educational Foundation.
Now, it's traditional in our brotherhood for the president of the Foundation and for the Phi Alpha to deliver a report on the state of Zeta Psi Fraternity and Zeta Psi Educational Foundation at our midwinter board meetings to the executive committee of the fraternity and to the board of trustees of the Educational Foundation. But this year, Maurice and I wanted to do something a little bit different. We wanted to share that report with all of our members so that you can hear about the extraordinary progress that our staff, our volunteers, and that you have made in enabling our initiatives with Zeta Psi.
Overall, we're focused on value. We want to make sure that everyone in our organizations are crystal clear about the value we're generating for them, what projects deliver meaningful progress towards our mission of developing and supporting men that better our communities.
Absolutely, and we want to talk about some of the progress that we've made just in 4 months since we ended up becoming presidents and the progress that you've made in volunteering your time. So first off, let's talk about some of these initiatives that we have. We're growing larger. We already have right now 21 potential groups that have been identified as part of our 75 from 175 initiative. And that's one of our strategic initiatives where 5 years from our most recent convention, we want to grow to have 75 active chapters. Now this includes interest groups from the University of Alabama and from Grand Valley State University, as well as recharterings of our Sigma Phi chapter over at the University of Illinois, Chicago, and the chartering of the Kappa Alpha chapter at the American College in Greece. That's right. We're about to become the first Greek letter fraternal organization in the Hellenic Republic. It's very exciting. And you can help. If you have a friend from high school that you think would be a great leader in an undergraduate fraternity to start a chapter at Zeta Psi, ask them if they'd be interested in doing so at their school. If you know somebody from high school that you think would be a great member at an existing Zeta Psi chapter, please talk to them about the fraternity. And if any of them are interested, make sure to refer them to your staff members so we can begin that conversation about starting a chapter.
Absolutely. Our foundation is actually also giving more high-value scholarships. The amount distributed in the scholarships this fall of 2022 actually increased by 10% over the same time period in 2021. And in fact, the highest total awards more than doubled from 4K to 10K in the same time period. Our focus must be on making a meaningful difference in the lives of our members in need, and we are answering that call.
Yeah, not only are we giving out more money to those that end up applying for scholarships, we're also trying to reduce your costs. So our staff has been working really hard to end up changing our insurance vendors. And membership insurance is always a very expensive proposition for our members, so we're trying to find ways to ensure that we're reducing that cost. Our members are doing that through their own actions at the chapters, but we also left a long-standing relationship that we had with FRMT so that we could get both a better insurance product for our members and our elders, and also to be able to provide a discount long-term on the current insurance costs that they were receiving.
Our membership education program continues to deliver a robust leadership training institute, or LTI as you might know it. Our schedule is maintaining that strong tradition of developing leaders across the globe. Now that said, the launch of our learning management system, or LMS, allows us to realize the promise of self-paced learning for all of our members, no matter where they are. We're pursuing this strategy really aggressively, building a content library based on the feedback from our members and delivering it to them when they want it and how they want it.
And similarly, we're providing education in the ritual space in a way that we haven't done so before. We've always had the Torch of Zeta Psi as a program for members to go through that pathway, but now we're going to end up modifying the Torch so that it's easier for individuals to learn about the ritual topics that they desire and progress through that pathway. The Ritual Committee's been hard at work at revising the existing ritual program, and we're excited to be able to roll that out in July at our Seattle convention.
And speaking of feedback, we're calling all of our elder chapters to hear their concerns and tell the story of how we provide value for our members. Building that two-way feedback channel is really important to the type of organization we want to lead, where our members feel connected to our strategy and empowered by our mission.
We've also enhanced the volunteer experience at the grand chapter level, which will end up flowing down to the elder chapters as well. Some of the things that we've done, we're redesigning our committee structures. So we worked hard over the past couple of months to make sure that we had the right people on committees, getting experts from the fields that they work in to be able to populate some of the committees that we have existing with Zeta Psi. We've invited new members, younger members who end up joining some of these committees so that we can end up building them and building them as leaders at the international and at the elder chapter level. We've developed job descriptions for our grand chapters officers, and even more importantly, I think we've set the same levels of our officers so that now we have 7 grand chapter officers, similar to our undergraduates, that also have 7 active chapter officers. And that's really important so that we can end up sharing the information that we learn so that an Alpha Sigma Alpha at our grand chapter level can communicate and share the ways in which they can better communicate with the local chapter levels. We've also created a knowledge repository for our boards so that we can continue to extend the information that we're sharing with one another and allow our members to grow when they're serving at an international capacity.
And great news, our elders are giving more. Since the launch of our Now and Forever campaign in Brooklyn, over $2.5 million has been pledged by our members to either the Zeta Psi Educational Foundation, the Zeta Psi Fraternity, or the Zeta Psi Foundation of Canada.
Thank you so much for your continued contributions. What we're doing right now is really just getting started in some of these initiatives. So over the next 6 months, we're going to further increase the value of being a member of Zeta Psi. And some of the ways that we're going to do that are revising our ideal chapter criteria for the undergraduate chapters. We're going to look to make adjustments into our governing constitution and our bylaws, and they're better going to reflect how we actually perform business and how Zeta Psi is going to operate for years in the future. We plan to establish an at-large elder chapter. And the idea there is that we want to make sure that we're developing all of these younger members that are graduating from college, that they have a place to go where they can hone their craft, hone their skills or volunteer capabilities, and bring that either back to their local alumni associations or to start a alumni association in the geographic area that they are. We want this to be a truly global international giving experience. And in many cases, our members are going to make that happen.
And speaking of giving and global reach, we're also going to initiate the digitization of our physical archives so that all of our members may view the history of Zeta Psi and our traditions from wherever they are. And we'll be developing the critical mentorship and internship programs that our members have been asking for.
And look, we can't do this on our own. It's not just going to be me, Maurice. It's not just going to be the executive committee or the trustees. And it's definitely not just going to be the staff. We all have got to be in this together. We need your help. So we're asking that if you can offer your time, your talents, your treasure, please go to ZetaPsi.org now and click on the Get Involved section of the website. Tell us how you can help support the fraternity or support the Educational Foundation. Do you think that you can pitch in at an active chapter? Well, then let us know about that. If you're interested in contributing money, absolutely, we would love to end up having that. And if you want to support some of the initiatives that we have now by lending your time and your expertise in that, please let us know. We certainly need your support and we need your help. Tell us. It matters, and your involvement matters to us.
Just that simple.
On behalf of Maurice and on myself, I just want to say that I know we look forward to continued service with Zeta Psi. We're honored to be your leaders for the organization, and we look forward to serving you long into the future.